Roberto Campanella, the director of Pro Arte Danza, he's very intense, very passionate, and he's just kind of driven. And I think his style of choreography really likes to have a highly technical style mixed with something kind of free and kind of a loose movement. Roberto has a strong background in classical ballet, but it doesn't take away the fact that he's a very true contemporary artist in the sense that he fuses a lot of elements together in his own personal style.
I call Roberto sort of like a Peter Pan. He's there's this wonderful combination of boyish charm, childlike infatuation, and imagination.
He brings, obviously, an incredible amount of enthusiasm and integrity and determination to work.
I think he's very loving and passionate about the art form and the people. You know, he really makes you feel secure as well. So it was a joy. It's a joy to work with him.
That was great, though. Even without music, that was absolutely fabulous.
I've known Roberto for years. You know, I always thought that he had such an expressive way of moving, and he was very different from a lot of what we were trained classically, and because he had done TV shows and a lot of sort of contemporary movement in his own life and career. So when he asked me to be a part of this group, I, you know, just sort of jumped on board.
I'm just grateful that he chose me to be able to be part of this program, and that there was a vehicle that was appropriate to me at this point in my career, and that he was generous enough to not only create it for me, but he's allowing me to dance it and perform it all over, which is what bigger gift could anyone give an artist?
He's someone who respects artists, and in working with him, I never felt any ego or any of that sort of thing. So I think he really allows the people, and the people that he put together for Pro Arte Dance is, you know, they're all older artists, and they're people who have their own voices, and I don't think he's threatened by that, which is unique. I have a reputation sometimes of being difficult, but it's not being difficult, it's wanting to find the best moments and the best things, and I think by Evelyn and I working on Decorum, there's moments where he wanted certain things, or we all collaborated, and a lot of choreographers they won't open themselves up enough.
I have to say I was a little bit nervous at the beginning, working with him, and then he just opened his heart, and great state of mind, really funny. He cracks jokes all the time, so he sometimes rehearsals do degenerate when when you work with Rex.
I really think that Roberto's great gift is his great, great, great love of dance. The fact that he loves dance more than himself. He has the courage and the passion for it to go out after his dreams. And he has the ability to make people excited about what he's doing. He has the ability to create security. He has the ability to make people want to dance. People feel as though they're part of something special. And this is actually really the sign of a director, I think, a true director.
So can we do, actually, can we do from when we do the dance together, you get up, you do the lift.
I really do think choreography is its own calling, very separate from the dance. As a dancer, you interpret, you try and make real someone's vision for a particular work. But as a choreographer, it is a talent that astounds me, because he's not only a really talented choreographer, he's also a talented teacher.
All the way forward. And arma alla seconde, balance releve first up. Teaching is creativity as much as it's, of course, choreography. And the creativity is to find ways in which you can deliver so that it can reach the student or the professional dancer. And find a way to formulate a class that would have all the elements that will serve the student or the professional dancer. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and back. Sometimes, like in choreography, sometimes it works, sometimes you fail. There is a lot of exploration that goes into choices that you make as a teacher, that you make it as psychologically, and try to engage the students. 1, chasse, and 1, chasse. See how much it travels? Okay, no pretty. You guys are pretty already, so explosive now. I do have to say that I really find myself as being someone who's still learning the crafts of teaching. It feels like in choreography that every time you enter a studio, it feels like a new territory. And like choreographing, every time you start a choreography, it feels like a new territory. Sometimes it also feels like you've never had an experience before, and once again, it's all brand new. Yes. And move it. 1. Off the wings. Yes. 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. Night and day. There you go. 1. As soon as you can give me the weight, the better, rather than going on your weight and then off, to be off right away.
I can give you the only thing, what I feel that you're grabbing me too low, and that's my whole upper body just tilts. I have great respect and admiration for him. He was actually the one who actually pushed me a little bit into the choreography. He was the one that made me try it a bit. We sort of started together, but from him, because of him, he said, why don't you just try it, why don't you do it? He also gave me a big chance in his new show, in Pro Arte Danza, to do a full piece.
We have something in common also. We both work with skaters. I work with Taller Cranston for a number of years, and you're now working with Kurt Browning. Yeah. So tell me about your experience with the ice.
I mean, talking about a learning curve, first of all, when he first approached me, I thought it was a joke. because because he sent an email saying asking whether or not I was interested in being a choreographer of a program of one of his programs, and and I made sure that he would understand that I never skated in my life.
And the first time we worked together, it was actually very frustrating because we started working in the studio.
We came up with so much choreography and we got so excited, we were so inspired. And next day we are in the ice and it was a total nightmare. So we changed the strategy. So we said, okay, well, we go directly to the rink. And everything we created directly on the ice. And turn it.
We won. The trouble is, working with you, I'm always doing things that I wouldn't think of. Because you don't know the rules of skating. You're not supposed to be able to get to your toes from backwards. And then turn. Let me try that again. It's seeing my own skating through through a non-skating set of eyes. And Roberto, when he comes to the rink, he brings, obviously, an incredible amount of enthusiasm and integrity and determination to work, but also important for me is that he forces me to move in different ways. We get very comfortable, especially as we age, and we seem to know as professional figure skaters what works for me. But then Roberto comes on the ice and forces me to move in a different way, and it keeps my look fresh.
That's good.
I had to get my blades to hit. I'm sure it's not good for the blades, but it sounded good. Forward touch. Almost all the programs that we do have been choreographed right in this area, and as you can see, there isn't much work room for him. And sometimes we move off to the corner so that he can move. Roberto likes to move. Everything's got to be. He can't just tell you what to do. He's got to be able to feel it and do it. I said to him today, I said, if you'd have started skating when we started working together, you'd be a great skater by now, because we've been working together 5 or 6 years. But he has his comfort zone and I have mine, and we've been able to build a bridge between the two. But he's so jealous of our ability to just glide, to do nothing and stand there and be moving, which is just a dancer's dream. That's what every dancer tries to do, is simulate movement without movement. And that's what we can do without even trying, so he's jealous.
Dance has defined me, no doubt about it. I think that our job defines us in general. Whoever does something that, especially that you love so much to do, that will definitely define you. You will definitely, absolutely discover yourself within it. I would do it again. I would do it again. I was reborn again. It should be a dancer.